welcome Your Excellency, Vice Ambassador Aci. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to, on behalf of the University for Music and Performing Arts, Vienna, to welcome you on a special evening, in a special cooperation with a special department for ethnomusicology and voice and folk music research, and a special ambassador to Indonesia. This evening should inform us about gamelan. It should arouse our curiosity. What is gamelan? And this evening we should enjoy this wonderful sound of this wonderful instrument.
Your Excellency, dear Rector, dear ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ursula Hemmetek, and as the Director of the Department of Folk Music Research and Ethnomusicology, I am one of the persons responsible for this extraordinary event. Extraordinary because you're going to hear sounds that are not typical for our university, which is usually known for Western classical music. Our department, one of the 24 departments of this university, is dealing with traditional musics of Austria and of the whole world, in research as well as in teaching. Indonesian gamelan definitely is one of the extraordinary orchestra traditions in the world, and therefore of interest for ethnomusicology and for our department. Unfortunately, there is no special research on gamelan in our department yet, but what we do since many years is a cooperation with the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, who owns the only accessible set of instruments in Vienna. In my course, Introducing Ethnomusicology for Students of Music Pedagogy, I several times made excursions to the embassy in order to give students the opportunity to be introduced to gamelan and to try playing. We did that in cooperation with Professor Schulze. Thank you very much for opening this door for us. This time, the gamelan came to the university, as you can see. I'm very grateful to His Excellency, the Ambassador, and his team, especially Mrs. Devi Kejora, and who worked very hard in preparing this cooperation event. For my team, it was especially Marco Kölbel, who dedicated much time and energy to the project. Thank you both very much. The idea to organize it arose when Devi Kejora came to our department. I think it was in November last year, with a tempting offer for our university. The offer for one semester gamelan course at the embassy for our students, with a special teacher brought from Indonesia on this purpose. In this first conversation, we were thinking, who could be the students be interested in gamelan? The composers, the pianists, the pedagogy students, the PhD students? We actually did not know. Therefore, we decided to do a gamelan promotion, which is this evening today, because we assumed that not many people would know what gamelan is and might never have heard it. I actually was astonished how many of the staff members that I invited reacted in a very positive manner. There are many connections to classical music, obviously, that I had not thought of. And I'm very happy that so many of you are here. Welcome. Hopefully there will be many students in October, because the course actually starts in October. I'm looking forward very much to this concert that gives us the unique opportunity to hear both types of gamelan, the Javanese and the Balinese, in one place on one evening. I want to thank the musicians, and I am grateful for the lecture part by Marion Breiter of this lecture concert that will give us some intellectual background to understand a little bit more about the music that we hear. I'm grateful to our rector for opening the doors of this university for such events. And I'm grateful that she participates personally. Thank you very much. And I want to express my special thanks to the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia. And I'm very happy about this fruitful cooperation. And now I hand over the floor to Mr. Wicaksono Aji, the Deputy Chief in Mission of the Republic of Indonesia. Thank you very much.
Guten Abend, verehrte Damen und Herren. Mein Name ist Wicaksono Aji. Ich bin Vizebotschafter der Botschaft der Republik Indonesien in Wien. It's a very beautiful evening. I'm very honored to be here with the presence of Rector Schuch, Ulrike Schuch, and her husband, and also Professor Ursula Hemetek and her husband as well. Thank you for organizing such a beautiful event, and thank you all for coming this evening. The performance this evening will not only give pleasure to your senses, but will also spark your interest, as you have been sparked, I think, Mr. Shu, Ms. Shu. To learn more about Gamelan, but also to learn more about this big country called Indonesia. The Embassy of Indonesia in Vienna is in possession of two sets of gamelan, Bali here, Balinese gamelan, and Javanese gamelan over here. And we are very open to those who are interested to explore these instruments. Thus, our doors are completely open for all of you. We are currently coordinating with our Ministry of Culture and Education to invite a gamelan teacher. You've mentioned that. That is very correct. For the purpose of developing gamelan instructions here in Vienna. I hope this evening will inspire you to visit Indonesia, to come and experience the rich culture, the beautiful landscape, and also the friendly and warm weather all year long. So that's something to think about. And in a region which is very dynamic economically. So learning Bahasa Indonesia has its benefits. It brings and opens a lot of opportunity for businesses and for cultural exchanges. Before I conclude, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to all who have made this event possible, especially the members of the Altenburg Gamelan Group and the Nesti Budoyo Group, who have put so much dedication to make this event possible. Thank you for your endless contribution in promoting Indonesian culture in Austria. Bitte genießen Sie den Abend. Dankeschön. Terima kasih.
First of all, some facts about the Republic of Indonesia. Indonesia lies between Indian and Pacific Ocean and is a nation made up of more than 17,500 islands. And it has a population of more than 250 million and is the world's fourth most populous country and the most populous Muslim majority nation. The capital of Indonesia is Jakarta, which is a very big city. This is the ugal, that is the leading instrument. It has 10 metal slabs and plays the melody. And I would like to hear Max Lorenz play the ugal. He has founded the group Gamelan Altenberg 25 years ago. Please. Thank you. The next is the chalung. Chalung has 5 metal slabs and it accompanies the melody. And it is played by Bea Odate and Susanne Heilmeier. Please. Yeah. Thank you. Then the chegogan. Chegogan has 5 slabs and it also follows the melody. It is played by Ulrike Eder and her daughter Amelie Titelbach, the youngest gamelan player of Austria or maybe Europe. Please. Thank you. And this is the instrument with the name Pemade. This plays the melody and plays interlocking. That means half of the melody is played by one person and the other half is played interlocking by another person. And this is resembles also the Cantilan instruments, but we don't have it in our group. So this is Pemade. And Pemade is played now by Sabine Lorenz and Max Kloos. Please. Yeah, thank you. This is the Kempli. Kempli is very important for the group because it plays the pulse and holds everything together. It is played by Liz Pereira. Okay, thank you. Then we have the Cheng Cheng. This is a rhythm instrument played by Silvio Goels. Please. Okay, thank you. And now this is the reyong. The reyong is an instrument which has 12 metal kettles with knobs on it, and it is always played by several persons, and it sets dynamic rhythm accents. And it is played by Hubert Steinkellner, Gabriel Freunhofer und Franz Schmuck. Please. Okay. Thank you. And this is the kendang, the drum. The drums, they are playing rhythm lines we have only one drum player, but in Bali there are always two drums, one male and one female drum. So Max Kloos, please. Okay, thank you. And these are the gongs. The gongs are important for the structure of the song, and we have three kind of gongs. The big one, yeah, the gong. Then the middle is the kempur. A little louder. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And the small one is the kelentong. Yeah, thank you. And these instruments I am playing, and I like it very much. We also have flute. The bamboo flute is played with circular breathing, which is a very special technique and very nice to hear. Yeah, now, thank you very much. Max. Okay, please. No?
So I'm going to introduce the instruments of Javanese gamelan. First, Javanese gamelan has two different scales. There are 6 keys when playing the slendro scale and 7 when playing the pelo, and we are playing the pelo. We will begin with the metallophones. We will begin with slentum. It is a large-keyed single-octave metallophone whose thin keys are suspended over bamboo or zinc resonators from the Gender family. The slentum, it plays with a disc-type tabu, like Gender tabu, but bigger in size, and plays the melodic abstraction of gending or balungan. Balungan is the melodic skeleton of the whole gamelan orchestra. And now, Ibu Dewi will play for us. Thank you. There are several kinds of sarons, which difference lies in the octaves. To play it, one hand will hit the keys with mallet, while the other hand is used to dampen the previous note by grasping the key in order to prevent a muddy sound. Demong is a large-size, low-register saron. The demong, which has thick keys but narrower than the slentum's keys, provides the medium octave of the saron group. The melodic abstraction of gending also played by demong. Ibu Ana will demonstrate. We move on to saron barong, the middle-sized, medium-registered saron. The saron barong, which has thick keys but narrower than the demong's keys, provides the high octave of the 14 saron group. The melodic abstraction of gending or balungan also played by saron barong. Now Eva and Yuda will play for us. Thank you. And now the next will be saron penerus, the small-sized, high-registered saron. The saron penerus, which is also called peking, it has thick keys narrower than the saron barong, provides the highest octave of the saron group. Saron penerus is played with a mallet made of horn, which gives it a shriller sound, and plays melodies which offer guidance to the instruments of the group. Ibu Damiri will play for us. Next, there are kinds of bonang which difference also lies in the octaves, and today we present you the bonang barong, which has the middle range. The pelo bonang barong has 14 gong kettles encompassing 2 octaves. On the bonang barong, the gembiangan or octave playing technique is the simultaneous playing of 2 tones 1 octave apart, played on every offbeat of the balungan pulse. Mas Krishna will play for us. Next will be kanong. Kanong is a large horizontally suspended gong, and it is the next important instrument after the gong in delineating the structure of a gending. It divides the gongan into 2 or 4 kanong phrases or kanongan. Besides its function to underline the musical structure, the kanong also relates to the melody of gending. Pak Mulyo would play. The next will be katuk, a small horizontally suspended gong. The katuk also subdivides the melodic flow of gending into shorter musical phrases. In fast-moving styles of katuk playing, the katuk plays between the balungan beats of beat, therefore it results in a rapid interlocking pattern. Its sound stands out because of its unique timbre. Familiar? We move on to kempul. It's a small hanging gong, and like the kanong, the kempul subdivides the melodic flow of the gending into musical phrases. It is played at points of secondary importance in the gending melody. The kanong plays at the primarily important points. Pak Dino will play for us. The next is gong, a generic term for any kind of vertically suspended gong, especially large or medium-sized hanging gong. The gong has an important function in the ensemble. It marks the beginning and end of the piece and gives a feeling of balance after the longest melodic section of a gending. A gongan is a time span between the gong agang strikes, which are subordinate to the tempo, irama, and the length of the structure, or bentuk. The gongan is the longest time span in the colotomic structure of gamelan. Pak Dino? It lasts quite a while. And next would be kendang, last but not least, a generic term for drum. It is a two-headed drum placed horizontally on a wooden frame and played with bare hands with fingers and palm. It is the responsibility of the kendang to set irama or lead tempi. For example, keep the steady tempi, control transitions to faster and slower tempi, and end of piece. Mas Frisky would play for us. That's all, and now they're going to play all together. Citra